change the world. With our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. Me too, I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. Me too, I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. It's gonna take all of us to stand up, speak up with all of our love. Love, 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 love. 'Cause it is such a love. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. 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 Our love can change the world.
You know, it's a really great reminder that our consciousness can change our world. That's why we're gathered here this morning, and I'm going to invite you into a commitment. You remember, for those of you who are here, a year ago, we had Reverend Anicia come up and share her story. I don't know if you follow her on Facebook. So we believe in the healing power that's taking place in everyone's life. Wilma's included, Anicia's, you, those who are watching right now. This isn't that kind of healing that you get charged $29.99 for if you dial 1-800 and use a special code and say a special word. It is the promise that healing is available in every way at all times for all. A healing of fear, a healing where there needs to be strength and confidence, a belief that you matter, that you're seen, that no matter what storm is in your world right now, that you can walk on water. You, me, everyone. So if you want to be in that space as we gather and open our hearts in this space this morning, whatever your practice is, just going to invite you to turn within. For some of you, it will be that you'll pay attention to your breath. You'll feel that breath fill your lungs, your chest. For others, you'll leave in ourselves. With absolute determination and faith and belief and love in this room, together we all say, amen. Would you rise to your feet as we share our affirmation of truth together? It's that first moment where we can set the intention, that energy that we feel, that we want to see transmuted. Let's do it together. I am a divine expression of love. I'm aware of the presence of Spirit in all things. I believe in my divine good and in the powerful promise that connects us all. I live consciously and commit to being a light wherever I am. I am, you are, and we are Reflections of Perfection. Good morning, Renaissance.
You are so beautiful, so wise. I wish I saw the world through your eyes. I wish I loved like you so nice. You give so much, I wonder why. I look me in the mirror and I search to see, where is the master's image staring back at me? Where is compassion, the need for setting free? I wonder, can God see the God in me?
See the God in me. See the God in me.
These limbs, they seem to be so small. I wonder if I stretch, would they reach at all? If I could touch a heart or two, I'd lead those hearts I touched to you. I look me in the mirror and I search to see, where is the master's image staring back at me? Where is compassion or the need for setting free? I wonder, can God see the God in me? See the God in me. Open up my eyes to see the needs of others. Open up my eyes to my sisters and my brothers, and then shine a light to help the ones in the darkness see God for themselves. If we're in Him and He's in us, it should show. If we're in Him and He's in us, then everyone ought to know. If we're in Him and He's in us, we should give love, love. 'Cause God is love, oh, can't you see? Yeah. Open up my eyes to see the needs of others, and open up our lives to our sisters and our brothers, and then shine a light, help the ones in the darkness see God for themselves. Open up my eyes, oh, open up please. My eyes, see the needs of others, oh, open up our lives to our sisters and our brothers, oh, maybe shine a light to help the ones in the darkness see God for themselves. Oh,
See the God in me.
can He see?
See the God in me. See the God in me.
Can He see
See the God in me.
So in this last Sunday of Black History Month, it's an opportunity for us to end and close out the month the way we began it, which was to make it about the future, to make it about what needs to happen and what can our focus be. And something is really interesting that can happen when you set your intention and you plan to go from point A to point B. We all gathered, Glenn and Wilma and Daisy and Anicia and the team, talking about what we wanted to be able to accomplish in February to make sure that we honored Black History Month. And In January, Steve Sealander sent me a email. He said, I think it might be possible. I've got a neighbor who's 96 years old, an African American, who I think has a powerful story to share. And I think you texted that message to me, and I texted Steve back, and I said, well, great, let's have him come on the last Sunday of February. And Steve said, well, he doesn't travel so well. I said, oh, all right. So we'll come and video him, we'll interview him, and we'll share it this Sunday, today. And Steve said, well, we can't do that because I'm not going to be in town, and I really want to be there for it. Oh, Steve's here, by the way. The day of the Wednesday snowfall a couple of weeks ago, I made my way over to Bingham Farms. Ruth Stallworth, where are you at? She's always hiding, doing something good. Where is she? There you are. Stand up. Don't hide. You know Ruth. We texted this week, and I had sent a message to her about mastermind journals, and I mentioned the mastermind journal ambassador, and she texted back and said, who's that? I'm like, the only person who has sold in more countries, you. But Ruth and Steve were there on Wednesday. And I can tell you, I could never have imagined in the wildest of imaginations that what you're about to see, to hear, and to witness is a truth that most have never heard. A man at 96 who speaks with clarity about purpose and freedom and liberty at a time when, trust me, we all need to know it now. Do you agree? Donnie, would you please introduce everyone?
In between that time and the time that I was trying to get into medical school, I went to martial science school. Now, don't you sit there and say, wait a minute, you wanted to be a doctor, you went to martial? Uh-huh. There was a policy that once you got out of the military, you had to be in an accredited school to get credit so they will pay for your education. There was no medical school at the time that I could get in, but the College of Martial Science let me in. Not only did I go to martial science school, I got that martial science degree, I still could not get into medical school. Sometimes you do what you have to do to get to where you want to go. Let me say that again. Sometimes you do the things perhaps you didn't want to do, but you had to do to get to where you wanted to go. But it's coincidental that I was able to also advance my education because Atlanta University was right across the street from the martial science school, so I could go to school at night and teach in the day and do embalming in between. Willie Joe Reese, my father's good friend, called the dean, because Willie Joe Reese now he had been on the faculty at Des Moines University, is university now. He'd been on the faculty there for several years, and he knew the dean, John B. Shoemaker. So he sent me to meet John Shoemaker. And Shoemaker interviewed me, and he saw I had these credentials. I've been teaching in martial science, etc. I got in one day, interview, examined, accepted. One day, I'm telling you, that floored me. I never looked back. Then I went back to Georgia, and I became a practicing physician. But then I saw that the patients I was taking care of could not register to vote. Albany, Georgia. Citizens that were respected, highly regarded, school teachers, preachers, could not get registered to vote. I was taking care of them as their doctor. What do you mean you can't? They will not let me register and vote. That was the beginning of what became the Albany Civil Rights Movement. I spent more time leading civil rights demonstrations to get the right to vote. Write that down. A black person, when I went there, could not get the right to register and vote. So yes, I took care of them medically, but on the civic side, It hurt me that my father and mother, respected citizens, could not get to register and vote. There are people literally from all over the United States, led by the ministers, preachers, priests. They all came to Albany, Georgia in support of my effort to get these people the right to register and vote. A man who would become one of the world leaders in civil rights, Ralph David Abernathy, was my classmate in college. Write that down. I don't make this crap up, y'all. I'm telling you. Before he was a preacher, before he finished college, Martin Luther King, Ralph David Abernathy did not know each other. Martin Luther King, his father was pastor of a church 1 block from the church I was attending in Atlanta. Neither one of us knew each other, but they got to the place where they knew me. And I became friends with each of them that ultimately became the royal trio that you'll see on the picture up there. Anderson, King, Abernathy became 3 best-known leaders in civil rights in that era. I practiced medicine in Albany, Georgia for 10 or 12 years, a good practice. Most doctors say, well, damn, isn't that good enough? You got a good solid practice, you got good income, you got 3 or 4 children now. No, that's not enough, because the people I was taking care of could not register and vote, damn it. And to me, that's basic, that's fundamental. I don't think you can be a citizen of the United States and not be eligible to get registered and voted. So I'm saying that sometimes just doesn't need to be a spark, and the spark may be some with a big mouth like Anderson who says, I don't care what the hell your law, we're going to get these people the right to vote. And when Martin Luther King and Abernathy did not know each other, said, well, they found out what I was doing, and I had befriended each one of them. I was a classmate of Abernathy. I was 1 block from King, and I knew his daddy very well. I'm saying when they found out the trouble I was getting into, they came and brought their followers with them. And we were in jail when we got a call from whoever the producer of Meet the Press. All of you have heard of Meet the Press. They came to me and said, we want you to be on Meet the Press. I can't come out of jail. Abernathy and I were in jail together. No, we came in here to stay in jail until these people changed, until they gave us the right to vote. So I went back. But then Martin got the 3 of us together. He said, listen, Andy and Ralph, being on Meet the Press is too important to pass up the opportunity. The world sees and hears Meet the Press. One of us got to go. I'm not going, Ralph, I'm not going. King says, I'll tell you what. Here are 3 grown men in jail. He says, I got 3 straws. We were drawing straws in jail. The short straw had to go out of jail to go Meet the Press. Who do you think got the short straw? He sent Abernathy, King stayed at home. Anderson, they threw out of the jail. And there was a team of people who were there to take me to New York. They kept me up all night prepping me for the questions and answers from Meet the Press. So the message that we were trying to convey, we are not criminals. We are seeking justice, equal rights, the right to vote. That was the message.
Dr. Martin Luther King, Dr. Abernathy, Dr. Anderson, and 6 or 7 other Negro citizens have been arrested by the Albany Police Department.
Well, in speaking, and I'm sure Dr. Anderson could deal with this much more intelligently, but I am sure that the Negro community in Albany will not be intimidated into a position of inaction or into a position of saying we will retreat.
On yesterday, when I told the chief of police that we were open for negotiations at any time, he told me that there would be no negotiations as long as we continued to protest and demonstrate. Said there would be no negotiations as long as this continued.
I think we'll go back to the city commission another time, and sooner or later, I do believe we will be heard
and we will be given some just consideration. We will keep praying. We will keep singing. We will keep meeting. We will keep picketing. We will keep sitting in. We will keep waiting in. We will keep praying in. We will keep kneeling in. We will even march if necessary to see to it that our rights come where? Here. And when? Now.
I look back on that and yes, I went to jail. If you gotta go to jail for the right reason, and hopefully you go to jail with the right people. And for me to say I went to jail with Martin Luther King, Abernathy, and Rosa Parks, I'm happy to say, yes, I was in jail for the right reason. I could not at any time feel any better about the trouble that I got into that was worth getting into because of the end results. Literally thousands of people would come to those meetings, jeopardizing their jobs. Got that? These were literally thousands of people that would come to Anderson's rah-rah meetings where he was downgrading everything that was present in the rights to register and vote, and he expected us to be there and follow him. They did, by the thousands. Ask them who went to jail, was it worth it? To me, it was worth it as much as the right to breathe, the right to live, the right to own homes, the right to have a decent job, the right to be eligible for political office. To me, those were basic and fundamental rights that all of us should have, but being denied because of what? Color, race. Was it worth it? Would I do it again? Well, I'm too damn old, he said. But would I do it again? The principle is still there. There are still people in the world who have to fight to get the right to be even recognized as real people, let alone get the right to register and vote.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
So we spent 2.5 hours with Dr. Anderson. A day I'll never forget. But that interview and his message will be a page in our history books if we don't find the same strength to rise up and do what we need to do when we need to do it, no matter what path that takes. He has a new book coming out in April. I was over his house Friday, Steve. I don't usually get into pictures. And I said, I'll get a picture afterwards, and we left after filming, and I realized I hadn't gotten my picture with Dr. Anderson. So I went back Friday. And I asked Dr. Anderson, I said, I know that book's coming out, and I know that you've promised your church that you'll come to them and release your book. I said, I don't want to get you in trouble with your minister. They said, but we've got a community that will love you. Will you come? You'll be here in April.
So this Sunday, that was a beautiful video. I can't go by without singing something. Can you guys stand up and applaud that video? Thank you guys for making that happen. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been in my feelings for these last 3 weeks. I mean, I've been deep in my feelings. We invited Darrell to come and play this next song with us as a request for Reverend Glenn. Talk about the vulture circling. Some of us, we're hardly ever human. The rest of us,
Real. More. Come on, give us some more. Give us some more.
Down to the wire. I wanted the water, but I had to walk through the fire. If this is what it takes to take me higher, I'm gonna keep on doing like I do. Even if the world keeps testing me, when the world keeps testing me, I'm gonna walk through the fire.
Real. Wow. I didn't know he had that in him. He's always playing with all the little gadgets and everything. Wow. Thank you. Dr. Anderson should have inspired all of us. There comes a time in our life where, as Franny Lou Hamer said, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you know you have to do something. And it usually stretches you beyond what you perceive to be as possible. That's when you set yourself in motion. And with every step forward, you begin to see that the impossible is possible if we see the potential of moving forward. I had never heard of Dr. Anderson. Brett called me Friday morning, said, "Do you have a couple minutes?" And as he went into the story about Dr. Anderson and how he had this relationship with Martin Luther King, it's incredible. The things that we don't know that impact us today. But what I got out of that was a lesson. That lesson is the power of our will. The universe is always calling us into action. The universe is always asking us, will you? Will you have the will to do my will? And every second, minute, hour, we're here to be set in motion, to be set on fire for change. That's who we are. We're agents for change. Self-transformation that's happening. And there's a point that we have to point to in our life and make a critical decision about what's next. What saith we will be our fate? And so this morning I come to you excited. I was excited about seeing the video, and Brett, I want to thank you, because that was 2.5 hours of interview time with Dr. Anderson. Somehow, you edited into something special. Thank you, Brett. for your talent. You are the treasure of Renaissance Unity. So with that Dr. Anderson interview, you should be ready to go. Are y'all ready to go? Well, let's go somewhere different this morning. Can everybody please rise? Now, my message today won't be long, but as we say, Brett, hopefully it'll be strong. It's my baby got a workshop today, so she want to downplay it. But can you just get into a mindset? What if I had to do what I had to do right now? Would I do it? And it's always going to be this ebb and flow of emotions. It's human. I know it makes you want to say, I'm only human, but not so. So can you repeat after me? I am unstoppable. I am the fire. I am the force. I am the unyielding power of transformation for good and greater things. The past is powerless. Powerless. My future is forming. I am walking forward in faith. You may be seated. I've been there. I've done that. I have memories. I don't need to go back. Sisters and brothers, the truth is, you cannot live backwards. You cannot live a backwards life. My mother used to tell me, you're going out the world backwards. She should add a little extra to that. But every time I would do something that didn't make sense in her mind, or with flawed thinking and flawed action, she would say that. You're going out this world backwards. This is not the way you're supposed to live. And so this morning, I'm asking us not to get stuck living backwards. Not to get stuck living in the past. Anybody here ever lived in the past? Mind, body, spirit, we live in the past. And 80% of our time is spent on the past. It's amazing how psychologists say 80% of our thoughts are about the past. If you're not moving forward, if you're living in the present moment as an opportunity, that 80% is shifted. And you're focused on what can be, what should be, what will be. So this morning, I'm asking you to go to a special place with me, spiritually and mentally, to go to a special place with me that everybody can go to. But only a few go and live there forever. This place is fantastic. All things are possible. You can do anything. You can do greater things. And so I'm going to ask you this morning, send out a special invitation. Will you come with me to this special place? Will anybody come with me? Raise your hand if you'll just come with me this morning. She said, what the heck I got to lose? That special place is the point of no return. Anybody ever been there? The point of no return. I can't go back. I've already done it. It's gone. I can never go back. I can never be that person again. I can never do those things again. And frankly, I don't want to. the point of no return. It's like you just say this with me. Can you just say this with me? I have crossed the point of no return. There is no turning back. The past is powerless. My future is forming. I'm walking forward in faith. I don't believe you just yet. Not yet. So I want you to say this again with me and claim it with power, high power, ultimate power, dominion, and authority. Say this with me again. I have crossed the point of no return. There is no turning back. The past is powerless. My future is forming. I walk forward in faith. And here we are. What I'd like to say is, boom! Can we just say, boom? The door is closed. No returns, no exchange. You ever bought something and in the store it looked good? Most of us now, we buy it on the internet, don't we? We surf the net, we find the shirt, we find the blouse, we find the pants, we find the suit, find the shoes. And then it arrives. And you try it on. And it really doesn't do justice to how it looked on the screen. Then you read the fine print, no returns, no exchanges. And that's a lot like life. We get into these situations, these experiences, and then we realize you can't give it back, or give him back, or give her back, or give them back. You say, oh my goodness, what a purchase, what a bad experience, what a bad purchase it was. But there's no return. I want to tell you a story. It happened over 500 years ago. This bold explorer decided they were going to set sail to a new land. He had 2 ships. His name was Hernan Cortez. They were in uncharted territory, and they arrived on land. And all of a sudden, his crew began to look around. They began to have reservations about this mission, reservations about this uncharted territory. Doubts, fears set in. And so this general, Cortez, made a bold, irreversible decision. You ever made an irreversible decision? He made this irreversible decision. He gave the command, burn the ships. Burn the ships. Burn the ships. Said, we can't give ourselves a way out. We can't give ourselves a retreat. We can't allow ourselves to return to business as usual, back to the familiar. And so he gave the order, burn the ships. No retreats, no more safety nets. We have to move on, move forward, and explore the possibility in the new land. And so I asked you this morning, is there a ship? Are there ships that you need to burn up? Are there things that you're carrying with you that you need to burn up, let go, release? But it's even more drastic when we make the decision, Brandon, to just burn it up, to incinerate it, to take it away as an option. Too many times we live ourselves a way out, an escape path. You ever done that before? I'm on a diet, but you asked this one time, I'm going to eat it, I'm going to drink it. You ever broke up with somebody, maybe even gotten a divorce, but you kept their number in your directory, just in case. You ever leave old clothes around in the closets? I'm never going to be that big again. But just in case, I'm going to keep them. And so we have this pattern of behavior where we seem to always allow ourselves an escape clause in the contract that we have that says, I want to move forward. Through spiritual law that says you can't maintain two positions, two mindsets in one space. Have you ever heard of duality? People think that you can think one thing and do another. But it comes to a point where you have to burn the ship. Burn the ship. Can you just say with me, burn the ship? Burn the ship from those past things that we believe, past regrets, past mistakes, past things that didn't happen the way we want them to happen. And we hold on to those things, the comfort zone moments. Well, I'm okay with just enough. I'm okay with just getting by. I'm okay with just doing enough. But nobody calls me out for the need to be greater than I am. Those material attachments that we have, all the junk that we keep around. I've got them too. Every drawer in our house is full. Stuff from years in the past. It's present. Closets filled with things. 20, 30 years of age. I'm never going back to those things. The self-sabotage patterns that we have. Knowing that we've been told we can't continue to do things the way we do them and get different results. Knowing that I'm on medication and I can't eat that, drink that, but I do it anyway. Knowing that that person is no longer good for me, no longer has my best interest, but I still have conversations, interactions with them. And so the call today is to burn the ship, erase the things that no longer serve you. That's where we're at today. This is dangerous territory because for many of us, it's uncharted territory. But excuse me if I didn't tell you that life is about constant change. Every second, minute, hour is different than the last. And so what we do is we fight the same. The same thing I had yesterday, I want today. The same behavior I exhibited yesterday, I want to exhibit today. It's evolution. It's about constant change. Constant change and being familiar with that constant change. Change is life, and life is change. Can you say that with me? Change is life, and life is change. And this is it. And so when you start thinking about, well, how do I get past this? How do I begin to attract the kind of things, the kind of people, the kind of experiences, the kind of prosperity that I want? What must I do differently to see the world differently? How must I think, act, and feel to really attract the life that is my best life? Anybody ever wondered that? You ever come to the point where you say, I'm not living at the highest level of my capacity, and I want something different? And it all comes back to, I have to change. There's a law of attraction thing that says when you release fear and old limitations, you magnetically draw in possibility and abundance. Now let's declare this today. I am the creator of my reality. I'm going to get out of your business and into my business. Because if I'm into my business, I can run my business more efficiently and effectively. And so what do we come back to? Mind your own business. Is that right? I'm into mindsets. I'm into psychology. You guys know my degrees are in that field, counseling, because I'm always trying to figure out why the disturbed is so disturbed. And who is the most disturbed person I know? Me. I'm disturbed, right? I need help. Because I'm always on this teeter-totter ride, and I'm probably the only one, but I get these situations where I'm high, I can do all things through the Christ that strengthens me. I'm a bad mama jamma. But then I go low. I don't know. I don't know if I know what I know. And that's the challenging part of all of this. And so the idea is to burn the ships. Because the things that hold me back are the things that have always held me back. And if you can relate to that, let's go a little bit deeper. Can we go just a little bit deeper? Neville Goddard said something that I love. Turn your attention away from the past problems and put your attention on that which you want to demonstrate, manifest, and demonstrate again. What does that mean? Turn your attention away from the past problems and put your attention on that which you want to demonstrate, manifest, and demonstrate again. It's all in alignment. The idea is that past problems need to be put in the past. And the whole idea is that we keep regurgitating the past and we can't move on. Excuse me. The universe is calling us to do more, be more, and have more. So every second, every minute, every hour, nothing stays the same, but we have this transformative power within us that if we align with the Christ consciousness, we can go to a higher level. But we have to put the past in the past. Can you just say, put the past in the past? The past is gone. My present is here and frees me from the past. Charles Fillmore said, the past is behind, and so the past must be left behind. The new day is at hand. Now is the time to put away all limited thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, and rise into the abundant life. And if we're all being honest today, we want love, joy, peace, prosperity, the good life, don't we? And so it's time to shift. Can we just say shift from victimhood into visionary possibility? Now, let's do this again. It's time to shift from victimhood to visionary possibility. And what does this mean? It means that if we move away from victimhood, which is our alibi, and we talked about the alibi, because someone always asks you the question, why aren't you doing the things you want to do? Why haven't you woken up, gotten up, and did more, be more, and have more? Why haven't you decided to gain the skills, the knowledge that you need to move ahead on that vision, that dream? Why haven't you? And we come with that alibi. 13 reasons why I don't move forward. 14 reasons why I won't read the book. 15 reasons why I won't give up pork chops. Or my 21 reasons why I can't give up salty cashew nuts, knowing that they cause inflammation in your body. So we all have something, and we have the reasons nicely put out on the table. If Brett asked me today why I'm not taking action, I got a reason. If Leah asked me today why I'm not giving that up, I have a reason. Baby, you know I'm trying. It's something about the baby that makes a difference in my house. Baby, you know I'm trying. And how many times do we coddle ourselves, Steve, by saying, Stuart, baby, you know I'm trying. I'm trying to give it up. I'm trying to kick the habit. But I have this addiction to the past, and the past keeps on presenting itself as the future, as the lane forward. But I know it's not. And so I have to turn my attention away from this ideology that I can get the same results that I got in the past, even though the time has changed and I'm a new person. You see, there's something about burning the ships that makes me go back into the Bible. And you remember when the Israelites couldn't return to Egypt? You remember when Moses said, the enemy that you see today, you will see no more. But it requires you to do something. It requires you to step forward and trust, have faith that when you step forward, that sea will part for you. But when you step into that new ground, that new territory, that new space, you'll come to see that when you look back, the enemies that you had before, the problems of the past are no longer there. And so it's this idea that if we shut ourselves off from the past, the new path can be found. That's the idea. We remember Noah with the ark. The order was to get on the ark, bring a few friends, but then once you're on there, shut the door. Shut the door. This reminds me, Debbie, what my mother used to say when she wouldn't be home when we were coming home from school. She'd say, boy, when you get home, you get in that house, you lock that door, let down those shades, and you don't let anybody in. Have you ever had that kind of order? Don't you open that door to anybody, because chances are, if I didn't tell you someone was coming by that house, it's a stranger. And at that point, it's stranger danger. We can't afford to let strangers in our new land, in our new mindset. We can't afford to be invaded by the enemies any longer. We can't afford to open the door to old habits, old way of thinking, old beliefs. When we go inside this time, we shut the door. And we know that in my Father's house are many rooms. But in those rooms are where I find the love, the joy, the peace, success that I want. That's where we want to be. We always hear the story about Jesus on the cross. But it was in that garden, the Garden of Gethsemane, where he was having a conversation. He didn't want to move forward. Just like us. It's something about Jesus that we think about perfection. And there he is in this conversation with the Almighty Spirit. And Jesus is saying, I don't want to go that way. It's unknown territory. It's an uncharted path. I know the promise, the pledge that you made. But I'm comfortable here. But then he came to a crossroads. And he said, not my will, but thy will be done. And that's when he stepped forward. And he said, I carry that cross because at some point, I'm going to be on that cross. And when I'm on that cross, I'm going to look down and all the things that burdened me, bothered me, I'm going to look small. And I'm going to know that they're just temporary. So I'll do it. I'll move forward. I'll walk with that cross. Because it will be released. So all I'm asking you today is burn your ship. The cargo on your ship doesn't need to move forward with you. This is the day that the Lord has made. And so it's your time to rejoice in every day moving forward. Can we say an affirmation? You probably need to stand up. Because when you're sitting down, you're too comfortable. And when you're sitting down, there's no movement, there's no motion, there's no action. We're good at what we call lip service. Anybody ever heard of lip service? Well, we say you're going to do something, but you do something different. And so you never do what you say you're going to do because you never set it in motion. So on our feet, here we are. And I want you to think about the thing that's on your ship right now. The ship of your mind, your body, your spirit. That cargo that you've been carrying with you. Like a little tugboat. Everywhere you go, you just see the trail of all the past things that you really don't need now. It's no good for me. It's not doing me justice. It's not allowing me to walk into the future and look towards the future and realize that what's ahead of me is better than what's behind me. I don't care what age or stage you are. Life is for an eternity. But here I am, trying to walk forward and look back. And I can't do a good job of moving forward while I'm looking back. Can you just say this affirmation with me? Say it like you're ready to just burn the ships. Say it. I have burned my ships. I have cast away every limitation of my past. I am transformed. I am renewed. I am unstoppable. I am the light of my life. I am the power of my purpose. I am ready to conquer the future with unyielding faith. There is no turning back. I want you to look at the person next to you, around you, and just say, I ain't going back. Just use your worst English possible and just say, I ain't going back. I ain't going back. You may be seated. Renaissance Junior, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thanks for having me this morning. I appreciate you. You know, this whole morning has been fantastic. From the music, to Brett, to Dr. Anderson, to Rail. But there comes a time where we really do need to use the metaphor, the analogy, and make a decision that I'm going to move forward and not look back. Because that's all we can do. There is no standing still. The universe won't allow you to stand still. But there's a phrase. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's the tragedy of life. If we don't use all the power that we have within us, that is the Christ. So right now, I want you to write down the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to demonstrate, the things that will set you on fire, the things that would ignite you. And as you write those things down, you'll find yourself becoming more focused about the present and the future. I don't want you in that 80% of the people who spend their time thinking about the past. My mother spent the last 22 years of her life in a state of depression. Never came out of the house for the last 22 years of her life. The only time she came out of the house was for my father's funeral. 22 years. 22 years of being on a ship that wasn't sailing. Being in a mindset that wouldn't allow her to go forward. And so if I press you harder than anybody else to move forward, I want you to press forward with a mark. I pressed myself forward because I wanted my mother to get out that house. It hurt me every time I'd come home and see her either laying in the bed or in a brown leather recliner chair. Until the day she died. So if you want to know why I press for us to move forward towards the mark, because I've witnessed what it's like when you don't. I don't think anyone ever loved me more than my mother, taught me more than my mother, but she reached a point where she didn't say, I can't live in the past. It's only the future. It's shining, it's blinking, saying move forward. So write down what you want to manifest. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Release the past and take the path forward. Bring those things forward right now. As our agents of love greet you. But this is our time where we make the decision, Ruth. This is our point of no return. I can't go back. Bring those forward. This is a powerful community. This is the community where we just extract energy from one another. And we hold that high watch for each other. Sometimes I'll just walk around after service and I'll ask, what do you want? How can I help you? That's the joy of living a life where you serve. And you serve to the point where you don't have time to think about what I don't have, the mistakes, the regrets. You just keep pressing forward toward the mark. I'm going to turn to our prayer request list. Let me see Daddy Pete, Lucretia, Debbie, Reverend Mitzi, Deborah, Michelle, Gwen, Steve Sealander, who's here this morning, Brian, Reverend Anisha, who's here this morning, in pink, Ardasha, Steve, Michael, Kevin, Tim, Paul, Mindy, and Dan. Dan is here this morning. Dan was in an accident. Stand up, Dan. I don't care if your legs hurt, stand up. We need to see you. I need to feed off your energy and the miracle that it is that you're here. And when your wife sent out the message, he was in an accident, but he's all right. We thank God for you, Dan. We love you. Marguerite lost her grandson. We want you to know that we know you're in pain right now. And what you told me when I walked up to you, please know that we're here for you. I want to put prayer on the list, as well as John Moody. He's going through a struggle right now. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Mother Spirit, we thank you for the opportunity to close the door on the past and move forward, knowing that the things that sometimes we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the day, the stories of tragedies and limitations, it's not the life that we're intended to live. And so we say thank you in advance for allowing us to come this morning and reach the point of no return, and to know that miracles are possible and we're manifesting them in our mind, body, spirit. And we see our health, our careers, our desires, our ambitions, our prosperity, all working in our favor for our glorification and elevation. And so it is today that we say, all is well and all is in divine order. And now I know that I am blessed and highly favored. And now I go into the world, I reveal it, and I demonstrate it. And so it is. Amen.
Can I get you guys to stand to your feet? Turn, and I want you to greet your neighbors.
Blessed be the wisdom of the ages. Quick, baby, turn my pages. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Ain't no use in being close to all of life's possibilities that we may not understand. I know who I am. Life ain't full of soft landings. Still strong I stand. I'm stranded by water, and I shall not be moved. And the blood of my ancestors lie deeply in the roots. I've traveled a good distance. I got a long way to go. I'm stronger than stone. My will is my own. My soul is free. Sometimes it's too fast for it all to see. Reveal what's inside, let the love flow. To the light, don't you let go. Can you see beauty in the shades of gray? Or is it all simply black and white? Well, you may not understand. I know who I am. Life ain't full of soft candies. Still strong I stand. I'm stranded by water, and I shall not be moved. And the blood of my ancestors lie deep within the roots. I've traveled a good distance. I got a long way to go. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm stronger than stone, stone, stone. My will is my own. My soul is free, free, free. Sometimes it's too fast for y'all to see. Oh, life passes you by, though you are frequently chasing time. With my 2 feet on the ground, I'm gonna march on, heart open wide. I'm stronger than stone. My will is my own. My soul is free, free. Sometimes it's too fast for y'all to see. I'm stronger than stone. Hey, yeah. My will is my own, my own, my own. My soul is free, free, free. Sometimes it's too fast for y'all to see. I'm stronger than my will is my own, my own, my own, my own. My soul is free, free. Sometimes it's too fast for y'all to see. Sometimes it's too fast, too fast, too fast. I gotta fly, be me. I'm stronger than
You ever have one of those days or Sundays where you go, it just can't get any better? I've had those before, and here's one that's better. Can't wait to see what next week brings. I do have a question. So, if you have never heard Dr. Anderson's story before, would you raise your hand high? Look around this room. Can you imagine if we could go back in time, do Back to the Future 14 or whatever movie version it is, Donnie can let us know, and we could travel back to that table with Dr. King and David Abernathy and Dr. Anderson, and you were there then, and somebody tap you on the shoulder and say, in 2025, one of these men are going to share a story that's going to touch you so profoundly. You would have thought whoever was touching you on the shoulder was just full of it. I wouldn't have believed it. And the fact that he is here, living and breathing his truth. So I know we just prayed for everybody, but I really want to pray for Dr. Anderson. And I'm selfish about this. I want to pray and pray and pray so that when he's here in April, we go, amen. Can you imagine? Can you feel his energy being right here? Gosh, there won't be an empty seat, Glenn. We're getting close to that point anyway. So it takes this community to support. A number of us weren't able to be here last week, but so many of you supported online. The Prosperity Exchange, it's on renaissanceunity.org, is an invitation to be able to support and sustain this. I say it all the time, whether it's Reverend Glenn or so many others who are volunteering. It is what the spiritual path should have been about all along. It was never about wealth building for a minister. Come on now. Right? This afternoon, in a few minutes actually, Leah, will you come up here? In a few minutes, we're going to gather over at the community center. For those of you who don't know, we'll give you the address, but it's 1545 East Lincoln. I know, very fast. So they'll let you know. It's not too far from here. But Leah, you've got a gathering of the Ladies of Unity.
Well, I hope you all will come. Basically, because as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, the vision was for us to actually come together collectively to focus on and commit to love, outreach, and uplift for ourselves and others. So that's what that meeting will be about today. And ladies, I hope you all can attend. Hello, gentlemen. But this is for the ladies in terms of just us coming together to really do things that brings us joy, take time for ourselves, as well as outreach to the community and support and just basically spiritual growth, mental growth, and just loving upon one another. So I hope you all attend.
Thanks, Leah. Thanks for the gift of this afternoon. So here's a little inside scoop. This morning I had to go over to the community center. There was a celebration of life service yesterday. So I wanted to send everybody home. I got the call from Wilma, and we were all praying for her and seeing her whole. So this morning I got over there and I cleaned up all the chairs and the tables and the trash. And I set up 42 chairs and a horseshoe. It's got your name on it. Now for you men, you can go do whatever you darn well please this afternoon. But for you women, for the ladies of Renaissance, support this lady of Renaissance. Because I think in doing that, you're going to find an incredible opportunity for growth yourself. So take your gifts into your hands and let's commit online, commit in person to the energy that allows this place to prosper. I swear to God that you were able to bring, and Ruth, Dr. Anderson, to us because there's an energy in this place that says he is welcome. That we are yearning to learn, and that's why we're all here together. It requires us to pour this energy, this prosperous energy, this abundance into this experience. Let us all prosper. We're offering blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And with grateful hearts we say, amen. So next week, Ruth has been up to trouble herself. We have a good friend who sent a video from South Africa, right? And we have another friend sending another video. So next week, we're going to celebrate what Ruth has been up to. We have only 6 tickets left on the Pistons game. I think it's on the video that Donnie's about to share, but those tickets are going to go fast, and we're going to have a great time. So Donnie, it's all you.
Hi, Renaissance Unity. Thank you so much for joining us today, whether you are right here with us in person at the Imagine Royal Oak or checking us out on YouTube Live. Now, if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this service. Who is the spiciest singer? Celine Dion. How do fashion designers sleep? With their eyes clothed. And you know we are less than 30 days from the first day of spring. Why did the dandelion stop dating? It kept getting blown off. A man walks into a pet shop looking for a dog, and the clerk asks, what kind of demeanor are you looking for? And the man says, I'm looking for a guard dog. Demeanor the better. Don't forget to get your copy of the 2025 Mastermind Journal. It is a great spiritual tool. I got mine. You should get yours. Go to renaissanceunity.org and pick up your copy today. Make sure you're checking out renaissanceunity.org throughout the week. Check out our Facebook page and our YouTube page. We're not just here for you on Sunday, we're here for you every day. After service, if you need any extra spiritual support, one of our prayer partners or chaplains will be right down front for you. We'll see you next week. Be right down front for you. We'll see you next week.
All right. Maybe we'll all stand. Let's just come to center and just embrace one another, hand to hand. And so the workshop starts at 11:45, so you got time to just stop by the gas station, get a honey bun, and honey bun and root beer, you know, an hour later. Oh man, just Dr. Anderson was just so incredible. And what's been going on in the world and what's been consuming my time all last week with executive orders coming down that could impact higher education. Just to hear about how he gave up so much to fight, and others did too, it makes me know that it's our time to be civil rights leaders. It's our time in history to stand up, to stand out, and to stand above. So let's do it. Because our future is at stake, and the next generation that you work with so closely, it's about them now. And about us stretching ourselves to give back. And so ladies, if you have a chance today to join my wife Leah in that whole idea of love, outreach, uplift is so important. Let's say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. On the count of 3, can we just yell out, Reverend Wilma, we love you. 1, 2, 3. Have a great week and burn those ships.
Sky is the limit, you know that you can grab.
what you want.